With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
First and 10, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 18 carries, 111 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they can't. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mayfield able to find Hunt out of the backfield.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Succop's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time.
And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So, and now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team.
Now Mayfield lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gone it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
To throw, Mayfield.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this is taken at the 23. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers.
That's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you cover him?
You're exactly right. That's an insult, right? Especially the year that he's having. But I just have to go ahead and I'm not going to insult him. I'm going to respect him. I'm sending as many people as possible. But one of the reasons he's having this type of a start is despite that type of coverage, he finds a way to what we call uncover late. Ball's thrown, even though there's coverage there, he's the one who can go up and come down with it, finds a way to get to the football.
And the offensive line has given them time in the pocket to have that uncovering late. 23 yards, the final tally.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick completion here to Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, full race to the ball line. And this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't get...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. Touchdown! Najee Harris. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time when they got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about the defense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought he may go the distance to a big.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mayfield on 1st down.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
That catch good for only a couple.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Trucks over it. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
I didn't have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown.
Darnell Mooney.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Ryan Succop on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles. 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now because this team is playing pretty well. They've had a couple of injuries. That could plague them down the stretch. But their intensity doesn't waver. I think the road to the Super Bowl is going to go through them in the playoffs. And if you're on their road, things can be bumpy for you.
Room to run past midfield. And some room to roam now. There he goes right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Juju Smith-Schuster
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Touchdown. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. First down, Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A first down throw for Mayfield.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. McKinnon here, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT.
So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair, and he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind.
Third quarter action now.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Herbert able to show his reels as he gets the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On first down, Justin Herbert. They shakes him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Herbert on third down now. Flushed out right. And the catch made by Johnson.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Dancing to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He gets it complete to Harris. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing, Mayfield. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking sideline, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Aaron Donald able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there taken in by Dorsett.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. first play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Herbert on first down now. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To the air again, Herbert. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold, because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Here's Herbert.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is picked up by the Browns. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Here's Herbert. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Back to throw now on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, he gets 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield finding Beckham, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And again, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2.
Mayfield to throw.
That's caught at the 1. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Hitting Juju on the slant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Pittsburgh, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll hit the road next.